boys and girls, it's Miss Brynna from Playtube Early On. Tonight we are going to be reading a really exciting story called Wynken, Blynken, and Nod. I used to love hearing this story when I was little, so now I'm going to read it to you. First, before we start the story, I thought it would be fun for us to do a little body movement. What do you think? Now before we do that, I need you to go brush your teeth, put on your pajamas, and find a nice open, comfy space like your bed, or maybe on the floor with a blanket. Once you've done all that, you'll be good to go, and you can meet me right back here and we'll start our body movement. You're back. That's great. Now we can start moving our bodies before we settle in for bed. Now this fun little body movement is called I wiggle. So first, I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my fingers. Let's take our fingers and wiggle them all around the room. I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my fingers. I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my toes. Take your toes and wiggle them as fast as you can. Great! Now I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my shoulders. Can you shrug your shoulders up and down as fast as you can? Maybe side to side, kind of shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Wiggle those shoulders, that's great. And now I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my nose. Can you wiggle your nose without touching it? Let's see. You might have to make some funny faces, but that's okay. See if you can go side to side or maybe up and down. Is it working? That's great. If you can't wiggle your nose by yourself, you can always use your fingers too. Now we've wiggled our fingers, our toes, our shoulders, and our nose. And now no more wiggles are left in me. Let's shake our head. No more wiggles are left in me. And I am sitting as still as can be. Can you try to sit as still as you can? Maybe even close your eyes if you need to focus on how still you're going to sit. We're going to sit here and be as still as can be. Freeze like a statue. Maybe that will help you. We're going to sit as still as we can be just for 3 seconds. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now that we have all of the wiggles out of our bodies and we've sat nice and calm for a couple seconds, we can start reading Wynken, Blynken, and Nod. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to say goodnight now because at the end of the story, we're going to go straight to sleep. I hope you enjoyed getting your wiggles out with me, and I hope you will enjoy reading Wynken, Blynken, and Nod tonight. Have a great sleep, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!
Wynken, Blynken, and Nod. Wynken, Blynken, and Nod one night sailed off in a wooden shoe, sailed on a river of crystal light and into a sea of dew. "Where are you going, and what do you wish?" the old moon asked the three. "We have come to fish for herring fish that live in this beautiful sea. Nets of silver and gold have we," said Wynken, Blynken, and Nod. The old moon laughed and sang a song as they rocked in the wooden shoe, and the wind that sped them all night long ruffled the waves of dew. The little stars were herring fish that lived in the beautiful sea. "Now cast your nets wherever you fish, never afeard are we," so cried the stars to the fishermen three, Wynken, Blynken, and Nod. All night long their nets they threw to the stars in the twinkling foam. Then down from the skies came the wooden shoe, bringing the fishermen home. 'Twas all so pretty a sail it seemed, as if it could not be, and some folks thought 'twas a dream they had dreamed of sailing that beautiful sea. But I shall name you the fishermen three, Wynken, Blynken, and Nod. Wynken and Blynken are 2 little eyes, and Nod is a little head, and the wooden shoe that sailed the skies is a wee one's trundle bed. So shut your eyes while Mother sings of wonderful sights that be, and you shall see the beautiful things as you rock in the misty sea, where the old shoe rocked the fishermen three, Wynken, Blynken, and Nod. The end.